Hey guys, happy Tuesday! If you are in the West Michigan area, I think the heat wave is sort of like coming to an end. It's gonna be a little cooler today. Yesterday I went to the beach. I found a little lake in the Allegan area. And me and my bestie, my BFF, who I have not seen in forever and ever and ever, we went to the beach. It was so much fun. I'm like, and then it was kind of funny. It was so hot. I took my evening meds and went outside and I threw up all over the driveway because I like the heat. Just, I guess somebody was telling me, on Facebook this morning that psych meds like raise your body temperature and it can make you more susceptible to like heat stuff. I don't know if it's true, but what I'm really here to talk about today is censorship. I've been censored a lot, not on YouTube, because you know this is a little tiny channel, and so I don't expect a whole lot. I like my little tiny channel, and it's more like TikTok. I've had 15 violations on TikTok for talking about things that are relevant to culture. So, fun fact, one of my proudest moments in school ever was I got a 102% in sociology. So that's like sort of an area that I'm really interested in. And you know, the idea that women are disproportionately we're discriminated. And I watched a video this morning by Liberty Hangout. Her name's Caitlin, but I can't remember her last name. But she is conservative and she sort of challenges the Democrats or the liberals just by asking them questions, and a lot of times the people refuse to even speak to her. In my opinion, people who do that don't feel strong. They don't even know why they feel the way they do, because if you feel strong in your convictions, you should be able to speak on it. So she got, her latest video was her getting trespassed from a farmer's market, which was a public space. And from my perspective, what I saw was a group of men in authority, men in places of authority, shutting down a woman. And I don't understand. Okay, and here's like another example. Like in my inbox, I criticized Gretchen Whitmer in a women's group on Facebook. My comment was removed, and I got a message in my inbox about how dare I criticize our governor. And I was like, well, you're like a fake feminist because you just took away my voice. First of all, I have every right to criticize our governor. She sucks, okay? Has nothing to do with her being a woman. She's just not... A man could have done the same thing, and I would feel the same way about him. I don't think she's a good leader. I don't like the way she handled COVID. And, I think... Okay, so, like, 1970s feminism is... Now that I'm learning about femophobia... I can see where a lot of feminism is actually very femophobic, which is anti-feminist. So, from a conservative perspective, the feminist movement has been sort of infiltrated by the patriarchy. It serves the patriarchy, and it needs to be challenged. And when you challenge it to women, they'll be like, well, that's not generally accepted by the mainstream feminist movement. Oh, so I better think the way everybody else does? That's not very feminist, okay? So being an outspoken woman, they'll shut you down. And it's like the empowered woman, I think, tends to be like financially focused. not so much vocally focused. So, I don't know, that's all I gotta say about that. I'm on a rant. So my plans today are to be a housewife. I was, if you've been following my channel for a while, I did walk out on my job, but, I'm so glad I did. You know what, my life is so much better now. My family's happier, my house is cleaner. I am not having episodes. This is like the longest I've gone without an episode. As much as I loved customer service, like I absolutely loved customers. That made me feel like I was part of the community, and that's one of the fun things about working in a grocery store is you gotta get to know the neighborhood and stuff. So I do miss that, but I don't know, my friend's been like volunteering in little church things. It's like maybe I should do that. So yeah. And like, so I was kind of like forced into this role due to psychotic breaks. And I'm embracing it because it's just making everything better. I don't know. I am very fortunate. And like I always say, my husband's fair. He is the breadwinner. He's the leader. Really, at the end of the day, he is sort of, we are religious. We're Christians. And we follow that hierarchy, the spiritual hierarchy or whatever. But my husband's fair. Good leaders are fair. And I think people forget that. It's okay for a man to be a leader. He just has to be cool. You know, like my husband's cool. He lets me do whatever I want. He gives me money to go buy things when I want things. So, y'all just calm down. And, I think sometimes men, like in my community, because, when I came out with that femicide video, like, they were freaking salty. Salty as shit. Coming down on me, trying to shut me down before they even knew what I had to say. But there was no man bashing in that video. It's not my intention. I think men are victims too. Men are taught to be trained killers from a very young age. Men are just as disposable as women. They're cannon fodder. But also with all this like crap that's going on with like Iran right now, I've been watching a lot of stuff on it. I think our military is amazing, and I feel like we're in good hands, I guess. So that's how I feel about that. I'm not bashing the military by any means. I am extremely proud that we take pride. I don't know. I like living in a relatively safe country. It's like in our country in the United States, if you know, looking back to the Civil War and things like that, things haven't really changed. Like, the biggest danger is us fighting each other. We kill each other more than they, the fucking entity, the system. Okay, guys, well, I don't know what else I got for you today. I guess I'll leave you at that. Okay, bye.